What is going on, guys? Today we are back. We are on some Farming Simulator 22 for episode 9 of the Valley of the Old Farm. We're going to get started here. We're just going to fire up this combine and then we're going to harvest our field of wheat. We're starting in November. Last episode you seen we wasn't this far into it, but it's been, it's been a pretty long time since I've done any recording, and we're getting caught back up now. But as time progresses, that sunset and everything, or sunrise, is going to change, and everything's going to look, right as rain. But we're still early in the morning, and it's late in the year, so it's still kind of dark. But we're going to get some harvesting done today. We're leaving the swath on because we're going to come back through and bale this up for probably 4 or 5 bales is going to be my guess, but it's better than 0 and everything. But we got to make things happen here, and I think this episode we're also gonna load up our this episode we're gonna harvest and try to plant our lime fertilizing plant and all that, and kind of sort of go from there. I'm not going to time lapse today. I feel like kind of just running straight through with it and going from there, but you guys know how that's going to be. Sometimes that's a bit hit and miss with me, but I've just decided we're going to work straight through this time and everything. But got some different things planned up in a couple episodes. Not sure on how all that's going to go just right this minute, but we are definitely trying to get a few things fixed and make things look normal. What you say again? But we got a lot of work ahead of us before we can make a lot of that stuff happen. But it's good and all. We just gotta push through and keep chugging. This is probably gonna take us about 5 or 6 minutes to actually get somewhere, but you know what, at the same time frame that's okay, because you know how it goes. We got so much to do and everything, and I don't know what else to say about it other than we're gonna do it like we usually do. Most of the time, like I said, though, a time lapse, and we're not doing that today. I want to work straight through the episode and just kind of relax and chill, because I know I've been boring you guys with a lot of the time lapsing and everything. Game sound's working today, so that's another positive. I can't complain. But we're getting a little rowdy with that straw swath. I forget I do that sometimes, but we still got that big field over there that we harvested corn into chaff with last time. But I haven't made my mind up what we're gonna do with that field just now. I would like to make it a bigger wheat field so we can have some more straw bales, things like that. Haven't made that decision yet. We may do that soon. It would gonna take me absolute ages to harvest that field with this harvester, so we may have to figure something out there, if you know what I'm getting at. But at the same time, we're trying to get as much work in as humanly possible, is how I would put it. But we haven't even paid off any equipment yet, and we're down in the 2 millions. So we've got to do something about that. I don't know what else there is to do, but we've got to do something to make more money, and we're just not cutting it right now. And the reason you never have to see me sell milk is because I've got automatic milk sell turned on and everything like that. But we also got that little garden in our backyard that we haven't, done anything with since we got it started. So we need to check that out. We'll probably do that in a different episode. I'm not sure when we'll make that happen, but in the same time, we're getting going, and it's a lot more work. Honestly, this episode we may just do, the harvesting and baling. I don't know if we'll have enough time to get down into the replant this episode. We may do that another episode, though, and actually do that in real time. Not sure. We'll see how we're looking when we get, that far into it, but for now, we're not at that point yet, and I want to be, but just this one field of wheat's not cutting it. We need to do something a bit different, and I'm unsure of what, that different is right now. I've tried my hand at 20 different things, even on camera, on screen, but I figured that chaff would make us some decent money, but it actually is still sitting in my bunker. But when I've done the grass into silage, like I've done that chaff, I wasn't happy with the way that worked, and I've got a bit more, I've got a whole bunker sitting in there, and I'm not going to bore you guys with another video of me picking that up and selling it, but I am going to get to that soon. We're going to wait and let a little bit of this episodes play out, because I could probably make some decent money off of that field right there if I was actually selling my grain, but I'm not. I'm keeping it for the chickens. So, my not chickens, they're actually ducks, but, they don't eat a whole lot. So I could probably get by with getting rid of some of this, and we're going to be full here in just a second, so we're going to have to go get the grain trailer over here, and we're going to back this thing up and go swap over. We're just going to put that pipe out there. I want my grain cart, not my semi yet. There it is. Let's get this thing started up and get her moving. But the only thing that sucks is we don't have very much income. I mean, we're not really selling anything. We've been living on that 10, 11 million we had from Hobo's Hollow when we moved over, and I haven't really made any big money. I've got to do something. Okay, it's not dumping, so we're going to have to let it have a corner. There we go. Now it's dumping, but you kind of, as you move forward with things, you kind of realize what's better for you and what's not. And this isn't, it's not been profitable as I hoped it would be. I'm trying to survive and make some money. So the only way that I really know how to do that is, bales pay really good. So we might need to look into a couple more of these grass fields. We got 2 sitting straight across from us on the backside. That over there is my big field that I had chaff in, but I probably could have made some money off of that corn had I just left it corn. So, I'm a little disappointed on that one. Maybe we'll try our hand in at corn again, and I don't know why I shut the combine off and then just raise the head up. I'm about dumb sometimes when I play this, but you know what, it's all good. It's all in good fun anyway, but we're definitely having less trouble getting videos out right now compared to some of the things that's been going on. I don't know if you noticed, but I got a new microphone too, so it does sound a bit different. I think it sounds better. You guys really are the judger of that one, though. You hear myself more than I hear myself. Which, I listen to my videos. I watch my own videos, and I find them entertaining. But, we're 9 episodes into this series, and I haven't even made $10,000, $20,000 tops, maybe. So we've got to, we got to do something. We're not making like we need to. And I think I have a solution for that going forward, but not right now. We're going to work on that and try to make some different things come about. But there's not, really a whole lot you can do if you are, kind of stuck. And we're kind of stuck unless we want to make some investments, lose more money, which there's not much else, there's no other options right now. So it's time to hit the nail on the head and, bury that hatchet and go from there. But got the combine empty. It won't let me fold it up because the auger's still out. Now we can fold it up, raise the head up. We're going to go park this thing back in its prospected spot. Or respected spot, as I should say, not prospected spot. But I still need to move that thing. It's finally filled up on diesel since the last couple episodes. And take it back over here with the semi. That's kind of just overflow storage right now. I have so much stuff. Like, it's really not even funny, but, I don't feel like I've been in the fields as much as I could be on this map right now. I haven't really pushed this to the potential. But at the same time, I'm also working with animals, and I could make some money off of those animals, if I just sell them off, but I don't want to do that. I make a little money off of the slurry that the animals give off. Well, the cows, I should say. The ducks do eggs, just like the chickens, but my ducks aren't really doing so great on egg producing right now. They're still, kind of young, so. But we've had some more. And I'm still running that advanced animal mod, so the animals can die if they're not taken care of. And that's a bit, it's kind of odd to say, really, but it happens in real life. It can now happen in my game, that kind of thing. Let's put this pipe out and take it over here on top of the semi. Oh, we missed, so we need to line that up a little bit better. Our sun is finally starting to rise, so it doesn't look so gloomy out right now, but definitely can see the fall foliage, however that's pronounced, going on the trees. It looks phenomenal, man. My color schemes for my videos look so great. And, it takes a lot to get my colors set, if you kind of get my drift, but gonna take this thing and back her back in here. This is technically my driveway. This is where my truck should be, but I'm using it for tractor storage. There's just not enough storage. Okay, that's going sideways. Let's straighten that back up and get her back in there straight. I'm kind of OCD, so I don't want it crooked. However people pronounce their words. I say it so different, so just kind of bear with me. I'm a bit of a retard at times. But that's perfectly fine. I'm just me at the end of the day, and to me, that's all that matters, but not everybody sees it that way. And we're making some things happen here. I'm going to dump this into storage because last thing I had, I didn't have very much to feed those guys. So we're going to swing this the long way around. Reset that back to the door and not the grain door like usual, but it's all good. We're going to take this thing and put it back, and then we got to get our baler out and start getting that straw picked up because I'm going to use that for bales. Hopefully use them to become profitable, if you catch my drift, but at the same time, we haven't really used my semi that much either since we got it, and that sucks. I don't really use much of my equipment right now, not as much as I thought I would, but things aren't going quite as quickly along as I hoped they would. But I think it just makes for a better series, if we sit back and take our time with it versus rushing through everything like I did kind of sort of with Hobos, but I don't want to do that. I've still got a lot of plans that haven't came through with what we got going on here yet, and that's okay, but we're gonna pace ourselves. This may be one of my longer series. I do got something else lined up that I want to play soon, but I'm not looking to pick up a second series on farming right now. I have so much other stuff going on and everything, but I don't mind farming. I could sit and play this game for hours and never get bored with it. But let's hope that we get more than 4 bells this time. I'm thinking about, and here's what I'm thinking, change this little field over to something else and make that big field wheat, and then we just bale all that up. Doesn't sound the greatest now that I think about it, but it could work. And theoretically, there's a way that I could make a lot of this happen a lot better than the way it's been going. But right now, we can't afford anything else on payments because we're already losing so much a month, on all these leases, that it's not turning out so great. We've got 1 bell so far. I'm hoping for more, but it's doing 180s. Which I think that's what I've had it set on the whole time, and that's a thing, but I store these bells, and if I don't find a use for them, I end up selling them off, but at the same time, it's not hurting me any to keep these, but could be used as a little bit of an extra income source. But I mean, we got $2 million and we're dropping, so we're getting a game plan together, and we're just going to start selling the shit out of those silage bells. So next episode or two, just be ready for something a little bit different. It'll be really on the shorter side, is how I'm going to put it. But just know that I am going to invest in those fields. I don't think it's going to be next episode. Next episode, we're probably going to focus on getting this, fertilized, limed, and planted again. That way we have at least this field going for us. And I'm going to work on that big field kind of, off screen. Because that is a lot to behold. That field takes fucking ages. It takes ages to harvest. I'm not going to say it's going to take fucking ages to plant, but if we're going to do it, we need to focus on that soon. That way we get some crop in the ground, but at the same time, I'd contemplated getting rid of that big field, but we really need it if we're going to start making any money on this farm. And that's kind of the thing about it. We got to make money. That way we got some money going into our new series that we're going to be going to as soon as I feel like I'm done here, and I'm not done here. I haven't got the potential out of this map yet. And I really like the Valley, the old farm. But there's a new map I'm definitely really interested in. And I want to do different things on each map, but I've got to, this one's kind of my animals and everything map, but at the same time, I'm not making any money off of those animals because I'm not doing much with them right now either. So, we've got decisions and we got some ideas to toss and turn and look around at going forward, but for now, nothing is going as planned right away. And, we're 9 episodes in, and I feel like we're kind of on repeat, really, with all the stuff that we're doing. It's kind of the same shit, but in a way, I always do it differently. And a lot of the times, that's farming in general on this game. A lot of it's repetitive. I can't do role play because I don't have anybody to help me do role play, but I wouldn't mind doing role play if you catch my drift there. I just, I don't know. It would be nice to get to pull something like that off, but I counted 4 bells again this time, guys. We're getting this thing put away, and we got to get the bell trailer out. And yes, I'm putting those in storage. I'm not going to let them go right now. We're going to hold on to them, and we'll go from there. Sorry, I had to catch my breath for a minute there, guys, but we're going to do everything we can to, spice things up, change things around, make some different things happen around here on this farm. Even if it's, we're doing only one thing an episode, not a couple like I've been doing. Or even if it's a lot of time lapsing, but I found the time lapsing just easier, guys. That's why I do that, I don't want you guys to think that I'm just doing that to be an ass or bore you to death. I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it to get more stuff in. That way, we're continuously mixing things up and changing things around. We'll start picking some of these bells up, even though not that many. It's still money that we're not going to throw away because, we could use them. There's always a use for bells. I use straw for that garden. I use straw for my cow beds. So, we need them. There's no doubt about it. We need it. So, we're going to make that happen here. We're going to just cram these guys up top up there above my equipment in storage. And that's probably pretty much going to do it for this episode, guys. There's not much more that I can accomplish. It's already taken us 22 minutes. And I'm not interested in making hour-long episodes as of right now. Normally, I wouldn't care, but, there's not much else to say or do, really. We can just make it happen. And the less time I spend as far as recording one episode, the more I get to spend on a different one. So that's kind of what we've got going on as of now and everything. But got those guys put into storage, and we got to get this trailer slided back forward and that arm picked up so we can get this thing parked back over there where it belongs, right next to our forge wagon. But hopefully by the time we get this thing spun around that it's folded up and everything. But that's pretty much going to do it for my part, guys. Thank you guys for stopping in, watching and everything. And I will catch you guys in another episode. Peace. I'm out. See ya.